Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I am your average guy, John Carelli. Just did a video about pep rally comedy and comedy in general and just how the internet has changed everything. So wanted to, actually, it has nothing to do with what I want to talk about. And it may thread in a little bit. So once again, I spent another half day with my dad today. Took him to National Jewish, which is, for heart and lung health, cardiopulmonary, mostly pulmonary, I believe, or no, most. I don't know the terms. What am I talking about? I know my father's lungs are shot, and I know he's still in denial about the smoking. I know that he smoked 3 cigarettes in our time together while he's on oxygen. Um, that's frustrating because honestly, that kind of shows a I don't give a shit attitude uh, about secondhand smoke going into my lungs. Uh, Smoke stinking up my car, and a possible oxygen explosion. So that's kind of annoying. And I'm gonna just have to say, hey, don't smoke in my car, man. Just don't. I don't want it around. But yeah, that was kind of annoying today. We went and he gets like speech therapy. They call it. It's more like a breathing and checking his throat and his mouth, make sure he can still talk. I guess it's weird. I think, but they referred to it as speech therapy. I kind of asked him about it, and then unfortunately I wasn't listening very well because we were driving when we were talking. So, and traffic around that area down there is crazy right now. They're doing this whole they should call it the Big Dig like they did in Boston. But for those of you familiar with Denver, the I-70 viaduct. It goes from about Colorado Boulevard and over I-25, and then hits land again, and it goes over a neighborhood called Swansea and maybe another neighborhood, but it's not the nicest neighborhood. It's under a viaduct. It's in the shadows of a viaduct. Well, they cleared out the viaduct there, and they're now it's ground level. Those few miles, and but it's a big effort. Um, it's a big road construction effort, and it's going to take some time to get done. And so all the exits are messed up around there, and it's just frustrating getting in and out of there. But yeah, I took my dad to 2 appointments down there, and the first one was like physical therapy, and they just kind of have him walk around the halls. Very nice people, by the way, at National Jewish. I get a little annoyed with my dad for getting annoyed with them, so maybe there's an irony there. But very kind people that um, have big hearts. Excuse the pun, because they're a heart and lung place, but they really do. We ran into nothing but nice people today. And my dad generally saves his vitriol for like the people who would probably be considered the bottom of that totem pole, like the women who check you in and say, hey, this is where you need to go, and I got to check your insurance. He was very frustrated with this young woman who was really, really nice. She was nothing but nice and helpful, and he just kept getting all pissed off. And I'm like, Dad, come on. And then he gets pissed at me, and I was like, okay, I'd rather have you actually vent it my way than this woman that's doing nothing but the best at her job. But so we got through that. We were there a couple hours, maybe 3 hours. I want to say from like 9:30 to 12:30, something like that, and it went pretty well. Like I said, they walk him around the hallways, check his vitals, check his lung capacity, how his heart's doing, um, and then and then the speech therapy, which I say it was more physical speech than actually him, because he talks fine. Trust me, I hear it all. But so that's what that was. Not very exciting, but I just wanted to kind of lead up to my theme here. Just on the drive back, we started. He started lamenting. He's like, "Hey, man," he saw a nice car. He's so 70s, and this is the part I like about him. He just doesn't give a shit, and I think it's kind of a cool quality about him. He rolls down. He doesn't. He didn't roll down the window. And there's a guy that had an old Mazda sporty looking car, not a Miata. I forgot what it was. It's like a 350Z or something, and he goes, "Hey, man," the guy's young. He's probably in his 20s. He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, just what year is that?" And he's like, "It's an '04." And he's like, "Oh yeah, it looks good." And when did they stop building those? And he's like, "'09." And it's like, "Oh, okay, man, thanks, man. All right, bye." It was just a cool little interaction between two strangers, and that is something I admire about my dad. He just doesn't really have any fear in that regard, and just that's why he was good at sales. He honestly was once a very good people person. You know, he still actually can be. I've seen him do very well with the people at National Jewish in the past, and just today, and with that, all except for this woman behind the desk, who I don't know. I don't know if he, she was Hispanic and she was overweight. I don't know if maybe one of those two things or both of those things factored into him immediately being irritated with her, but I don't know. I didn't ask. It's not worth the conversation. Okay, so I got 5 minutes to fill. Here's what I want to fill it on. On the way back, I mentioned him talking to this guy about this cool car led him to lamenting about not having a car, never being able to drive again. He's just not healthy enough for it, and he just goes, "Oh man, no car, no dog, no music." I go, "Hey, you can still do something about the music." He's like, "No, I can't." I go, "Yeah, you can. I've got all your equipment. I got your speakers. I got your turntables. I got your tube amps. We could set that stuff up in the new place you live. I could bring you whatever records you want. I haven't sold any of them. They're not going anywhere until you say that you want them to go somewhere." No. I go, "Okay." He's like, "I don't want to set all that stuff up." I go, "I can help you set it up." No. No one's setting it up for me, and since I can't, it's over. I go, "Well, here's something you could do. You get just a boom box, and I could buy you CDs. It's very simple. I go to the UCD store. We get something on Amazon, although I'm trying to boycott Amazon, which is still successful, by the way. I'm pretty proud of myself that we are 7/12 of the way through the year, and I have not bought anything on Amazon. Anyway, I digress. I often do. But yeah, I was just like, so this is where I said, and I didn't say it to him, because it's not. Once again, it's another conversation that's pointless, but just, you can choose. You YouTube world, you John Carelli, Average Guy fans, you can choose happiness. And that's where I kind of led to it the last couple videos. My mother, who's right upstairs right now, has chosen happiness. She's chosen it. And that's, honestly, that's a big deal, because there are a lot of people on this planet that don't have that choice. When you live a nice middle class or upper class, white, generally, lifestyle, you get to choose whether you're happy. A big deal. I learned it relatively early. I learned it from my mom, that you make choices about how you feel about things. Sometimes, you get hit in the face. You don't really have much of a choice about that. You got to react to that person hitting you in the face. But a lot of other things, whether it's traffic, which I'm really bad at, but or family or friends or just the weather, you can choose. And when Dante was first diagnosed with autism, my ex-wife and I were devastated. He was 3. It was 2001, and we started doing research immediately. Especially Dylan. She is an amazing woman, very intelligent, and really likes doing research and just likes increasing her brain power. That's what she's about. And we were doing research, and she found this place called the Option Institute. Now, these people claim to have kind of cured their kid of autism. It sounds very cultist, in some ways it might be cultist, but basically they say if you came here to cure your autism, you're here for the wrong reasons. There are things you can do that will help. They talked about diet. They talked about especially just being present and with your child as much as you can. And that really is what makes the difference. You got to accept this kid. And if you change him to do better in this world, there's nothing wrong with that. But you also change your mindset. That was the big thing. And their big little, or how do I want to put their big mission statement, or their phrase is happiness is a choice. And I remember I came back. We went there for a week. Luckily, our parents put up the money because it's expensive to go there. It's in Western Massachusetts. It's beautiful. It's like a campus. And you meet with other parents that have children, and you cry and you laugh together, and it's really a beautiful thing. Remember, I came back, and I was working in a warehouse at the time, and I had my little section where I could put up pictures of Dylan and Dante. Logan wasn't born yet, and I brought this postcard back. It's beautiful, like it's an overhead shot in the fall in Western Massachusetts, just every color of leaf you can think of. This beautiful forest. And I put that, and it said, happiness is a choice. And I remember my friend Kim came by, and she said, "Yeah, right. You're already fucked, Kim. You're already fucked. Because you really do need to believe that somewhere in your heart, that you can choose your emotions, and you can choose whether you're happy or sad in this life." And unfortunately, my dad has chosen the latter. He's chosen not just to be sad, but fucking miserable. And I feel bad for him because he's had every opportunity to be happy. And I hope you're happy. This video may have made you sad. I apologize if it has. I've been rambling a lot lately in my videos. Maybe I'll get on to some more pertinent stuff. But thank you once again for watching and listening. And you know, I think it's simple for most people. It's not always easy. I know, Jennifer, you've been through stuff. My mom's been through stuff. Everyone's been through stuff. But eventually you can heal, and you can choose to be happy. All right, see you guys next time. Bye.